Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to use a shock travel sensor to engage your reverse lights and your trans brake, when it's, obviously when it's in reverse. So what I used was, I'm in the car now, so I'm not going to get out and, crawl underneath of it and try to show you, but what I used was a 3-inch Racepak shock travel sensor, and I mounted it on the, well, I didn't mount it, my fab guy mounted it on the arm of the shifter linkage arm on the transmission and the mount for the shifter cable. And what you do is you come down here and you create an input. So I labeled it kind of fuzzy. There you go, gear position, right? So there it is. And we configure gear position, and it's already configured here as a Racepak 0 to 3-inch shock travel sensor. So then what we do is we go to an output, and we go, so I have a smart wire in this car, so what I did was I called it just smart out 1. It's just the first. I'm going to make a couple other videos on the new Racepak EFI CAN module as well, but for now the way to do it analog, smart out 1. So we use an output, we configure the output, and this output will activate when gear position is above 1.45 inches and below 1.52. So it has a range there. I don't know why, it might be the light or something, but it's kind of hard to see. There we go. So damn bright in my garage. So anyway, so what you want to do is you install this, and then you go online with it, and you look at your gear position down here, and you'll see where it's at, right? So like how many inches it's at. So as you move the shifter, there we are. We're at 1.50. We're in reverse. So now my reverse lights are on. And then you also want to, if you want to do it for your trans brake, what you want to do is go into your output. So I call this bump output right there. So your bump output configure. This output will activate when the trans brake is enabled, right? Or these two sensors, right? So we go gear position is above 1.45 and below 1.52, which is our range. It's right around 1.49 to 1.50. If you move the shifter around, you kind of jiggle the shifter around, it'll bounce around a little bit. So give it a little bit of a range. So if it's in that position, and I set it to RPM above 500. So the reason being is while you're playing with this, you don't want to have the trans brake solenoid on. So what we can do here to show you, so we do this, we pull it into reverse, and you're going to hear it click. Hear it? There's a trans brake solenoid right there. So I don't want that going on, so I'm going to put another trigger there for RPM. So RPM has to be above 500, and the gear position has to be in the right spot. All of those parameters have to be met in order to activate that output. And then, as I've shown in other videos, the PWM setup, based off of RPM, it's 100% here when you're not pressing the bump button. So that's why it's engaging and disengaging. So now we changed it back. We got nothing. Doesn't engage the trans brake. So it's a pretty neat little thing. I know a lot of people, other people have done this and done this on other cars, but I don't really like to show work on some customers' cars because I don't like it being shown. So anyway, that's how you do it. If you weren't using a smart wire, what you would do is just use that output wire right here to go to outputs. This one here would just be smart out 1, and you just run that output wire to your relay for your reverse lights. In the smart wire, disregard all of this stuff up here, but if we scroll over here and we look at reverse lights right here, so right there, right click it, there's our output. We need to configure the on conditions, and there they are. So disregard that EFI NOS stage 3. I'm working on with the new CAN bus module. So anyway, when the trans brake is pressed, it does not turn on, but when it's in reverse, it does turn on. So there it is, the ECU in 1. That's my smart out 1 from the ECU, which is an input to the smart wire. So hopefully y'all learned something kind of cool today. See you.